Små moment.
You want me to look in the camera or to you?
To me.
To you, okay.
So let's start. What was your vision when you have started to work in Falun?
Actually, the vision is both mine and also for the club. That's becoming the best floorball club in the world.
And which was your communication strategy of your vision?
As I said downstairs, that 2010 when we created this plan of getting into the top, I think we mostly took out it also to first of course in the club through the border and so on, so we get like an okay from them, and then also took it out to the players in the team. Also try to create this way of thinking that we are going to be the best.
And which points of your vision have you fulfilled by your plan?
Yeah, mostly so far. But one big thing in the club is that we are never happy. It seems crazy maybe, but I think that's the way of going one step further all the time.
And there are some points which have not done yet, and why?
Of course, we can always be better, and I think the biggest thing is the lack of organization. That we are still pretty few people who is working fully time with this, and we need to increase of course the amount of money that we can spend on employees in the club, and take the next step in all levels.
And is there something, what would you change today if you could?
If I could, I would take back the last two finals. That's hard to say, but of course we want to win every year. But in sport also it depends on injuries and stuff like this that has been stopping us for at least one of these seasons. But I don't know. I think we are quite satisfied with the way we have been doing it so far.
This question was down.
Yeah.
Falun is most successful team in last years, so it means that your training system must be different from the others.
Yeah.
What are the biggest difference?
As I said, I think the biggest difference that we were probably one of the first teams that not was just focusing on practicing floorball, that we took the physical side actually really good, and started thinking that okay, we if we can be the best trained team in the league, then also if we got to bring in the talent also to the team, that we combine the two best things in it, and I think that has been pretty successful, and actually also today we see when we bring in the players to the team, it takes some time for them to achieve the same level that our players are in. So I think that the physical side is the most important.
And which next steps are you going to do for keeping Falun among the top teams in the world?
We need to, of course, fix the change of the players in the team, to put in some younger guys who is stepping in and pushing the older guys all the time, and also try to find the guys, of course, that can replace the bigger stars. But we are focusing and aiming to build our own stars actually through the club instead of bringing them in. So that's the key point I would say.
Look now in the past, which decision were the most important for?
To change the way of thinking in the club and the culture of as I said. Instead of kicking the coach out every time, take it easy instead. Take the long-term parts. Let it have the time instead, and give the coach time to develop and create the team that is going to be successful in a longer term instead.
And which point of your plan cost you the most time and energy?
I would say the marketing is quite big, but back in the days, the organization, as I said, it was quite small. It was actually more or less me and my female colleague in the office who is working and taking care of most of the things at the arena, the men's and the ladies team, and the marketing and so on and so on. And that has been tough, but also a fantastic journey. So I can't say any negative things about that.
And how do you work with the coaches on your team? Do you have some regular discuss meetings?
Yeah, we have, but actually not so much. I try to not focus so much on them, and also letting they have their way of doing it, instead of that I'm putting in my thoughts in the time all the time.
So how much do you interfere or contribute to their work?
How much I put in?
Yes.
Yeah, it's fully time. It's 110%. It's long weeks.
And doing manager is a full-time job, and there is threat of burnout. So what would you recommend to managers so they will don't burn out and can move their team forward?
Put the pressure on the organization or on the border in the club to take it really serious, that you can't do everything and do it full time and 100%. Try to, instead of buying a team or putting the money into the players, invest in the organization instead. I think that's the best idea, I guess.
So, okay, it's all for me.
Thank you.